All right, hello and welcome back again. Happy Easter to all who celebrate, and we should be in for a good game. Apologies for starting the stream a little bit late, but that's how it goes. Either way, should have a good match here. As you can see, our second to last of the week. As we'll have Hanoi taking on Kyoto. Let me send out the lobby info. Yeah, should be an interesting one. As we can look over to our rosters, you can see Hydras taking on Otakus. Of course, looking at the rosters, we do have Halio, Scythe, and Sixful up against Nate, Yak, and TY or Platonic. And I think there's a favorite here. Hydra's obviously the core of the Wave roster that ended up winning the championship last season, while Scythe stepping in as a new player. On the other side, Nate, coming from Kyoto, returning manager, but Kyoto definitely not performing as well as they wanted to. And then on the other side, his teammates Yak, coming up from Pixel, so should be good, but maybe not as high. Maybe not the player you'd like. Well, okay. I'm saying this wrong. Kyoto, you look at the roster. Nate came from a roster last season who did not perform well. Yak getting promoted. A lot of hope, a lot of hype around him, but still not the player you want to be your main guy when we have other players like Halio in the lobby. You know what I mean? So definitely some reasons to be a little bit unsure. And then Platonic, also a new player. So, kind of hard to rate this Kyoto team, but I think definitely reasons to have some questions. As I hope Borrow is working. I just refreshed it, so, we'll see. But definitely hoping it should be working properly, question mark. It's not showing it to me in the window, but there's no reason it shouldn't be working. So, we're going to trust that. But yeah, I think there's a chance it's an interesting game, and we'll see. As we don't have either team in yet, hopefully we have at least one soon. If nothing else, just to confirm that I made it right. Okay, as we do have one team in. Love to see that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So I've kind of danced around it. I think prediction has to go the way of Hanoi. I'll predict a 3-0. Like I said in the past, you really want to avoid predicting a 3-0, but I don't know. I just think Hanoi are clear favorites, and so I'm going to go with it, because going 3-1 is just the fence sitting, oh, well, I think it's close, but I don't know answer. So I'm going to go a little bit more interesting and go with that. But yeah, we'll see. Definitely chance for a good game. We are still waiting on the players to get in. We do have one team, so I know it's not the lobby's fault. And I was messaged to ask how long they had any as well, so might be taking their time to get extra warm-up in. And yeah, I think definitely going to be interesting to see mainly how well do the Hydras do. Coming in, obviously, were the champions last season. At least two of them. Like I've said, the core there with Halio and Sixful. Don't have Appa, but do have Scythe, who, from the little bit of past we've seen, definitely a more mechanical, fast, chasey type player. So we'll see if that plugs in well and if they can keep up to the new Season 2 rosters, which a lot of them probably stronger than Season 1. I think a fair assessment. And so we'll see. I mean, I don't know. There's not too much more I can say. Obviously, again, like we said a couple times, we're waiting. This is a week one. We haven't seen these teams on the field, and we can look. I mean, I can say that Hanoi, or back then they were Vinland, beat Kyoto 3-1 in the regular season last season. But also I believe that was the game where there were 3 Pixel players playing up, and that was last season. And, so it's really hard to really quantify this game at all. I can say your key players on the stats are Halio and Nate, but again, Platonic is new. Yak is moving up from Pixel, so his stats didn't transfer for this. And Sixful on the same roster as Halio, so that does convert, but definitely Halio was the core. So I think Halio definitely deserves to be the key player. We'll see how he does with the new roster, but especially for Kyoto, a lot of questions. We'll see, I think a lot of people pretty fairly putting them towards the bottom of their power rankings, but always a chance that they manage to show up and do great. So we will see. Actually, while we're waiting, because again, I don't like that my barrel isn't showing up on my OBS preview, and that's probably fine, and it will probably show up as soon as we get started, but I'm going to keep kind of messing with things to try to make sure of that fact. Let me do this too. Yeah, okay. I don't know, but we'll see. Hopefully, again, there's no reason it shouldn't work. So we should be fine, but it's just not showing up. I don't like that. Still though, I mean, I'm just stalling at this point. Yeah, I've kept saying that, Mellow, because I have it open. It shows up on OBS, like when I go to the customize, but it's not, so we're waiting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long we're going to be waiting here for Hanoi, but hopefully, Tiger, it's Easter, so pretty solid, hope everyone else having a good holiday if you celebrate, and yeah, so it's been a solid day, and excited to play 2 games in a row here tonight, as we're still holding, and now it looks like we are good. So they really used their time, but we do have everyone in, and we are going to be rolling. Okay, never mind. We have everyone in, but they need another minute. So we're not rolling just yet. We're pausing. Okay, now we're good, apparently. We'll see if everyone joins. We'll see, surely. Okay, so I got a question now. Okay. Awesome. Borrowed really took its time showing up, but we got it, and we are in the game. Yeah, gonna clear it across the front of his net. Halio in the air, can't get that touch. Now Platonic trying to pop it away. Now another touch forward. Sixful cuts it off. Not able to get up to follow it. Yak now dropping it down. That second touch, and now 50 away, but Scythe a bit too far forward. Nate gets a shot. Saved away by Sixful. Nate rolls it across. No one there. Halio running out of boost. Yak now towards his backboard, but can't get the shot down. Platonic plays it into the corner. Halio going to get a demo on Nate. Removes the attack, although another one needed there, as Hanoi are kind of trapped here. Good push forward by Kyoto, although that pass from Yak behind Nate. Now Sixful in a 1v1. Gets the flick, it's wide. Yak able to get a clear out, but for how long? Scythe trying to get it back in. Platonic stalls it, holding it to midfield. Nate towards the crossbar. Halio pops it away. Bouncing back down, Sixful out of boost. Yak will miss as well. Platonic now off the left wall, dropping back in. Halio back down. Yak trying to get up for it. Sixful 50s it out to the side. Halio off the corner again. Yak trying to play it away. Halio going to recenter. No one there to shoot it. Sixful eventually does pitch it out. Halio now going to try to set up a play, staying behind it, but Platonic gets the 50 out. Minute and a half gone. No goals on the board just yet, but Halio trying to threaten, although not going to lead to much. Sixful now tracks this one down. A low boost. And now that one is touched backwards from Nate. Hallie off the backboard. Sight's going to jump up, but can't put it on target. Although Hallie will turn, it's wide again. Sight high. Everyone hitting it towards the net, but no one hitting it on the net. And Hanoi, another good chance, doesn't lead to anything. Now Sight trying to follow it, plays it forward. This one tapped by Halio off the crossbar. 6 full finally does score. It took 2 minutes, but Hanoi break through, and what a pass from Halio to set it up. Kyoto have had some bright moments, but now they are behind. This one 50'd back again. Platonic drops it down off the corner. Sight trying to take possession. Now played out towards the side. Halio plays it forward. Yak dunks it away. 6 full. Down from the ceiling. Backboard. No double. Faked out Halio as well. Now Sight has to play it safe. Going to the defense. Platonic 50 loses it. Both his teammates dive forward, and there's no one there for the play. Halio now 1-1 forward. Yak from the ceiling. Tap out. 6 full cuts it off. She jumps up, playing it to the corner, but no second touch. Now Nate trying for the clear, but it's dunked in by Halio. Kyoto lost all of the momentum here as of late. Stuck back, and 6 full gets her second to double the Hydra lead. Another 45 seconds later, after the first, they get a second. Just over pressured. And they managed to push another one through. And now the pressure really builds for Kyoto. As Nate drops this one back, Yak tries to keep it forward, but now 2:10 on the clock, dropping to 2 minutes. Trailing by multiple goals, unable to get any in so far. There's still time for the comeback, but it feels just really just mental-wise. Has to get going soon. Nate here, a good chance, but it's just high. And Halio gets a touch out. Now Platonic going across with it. Nate not able to jump. Sight gets one, no double. Nate trying to cut. Big flick down into the corner. Dropping out again. Bit of a mistouch by 6 full, but Halio able to sweep in and take it away. Set up 6 full for a doink forward. Platonic looking for a back pass. Halio gonna make it a 50. Now in the air again. This one tapped forward. Platonic down to the side, 90 seconds to go. Yak not able to get that one. Nate in the air again, drops the reset, gets the touch forward, but the last touch lets him down. Now Platonic blocked again. Yak out towards the side. Sight trying to get it forward. Up in the air towards the ceiling, now towards net. The air dribble down, but Nate has the save. 1 minute left, and Hanoi all over Kyoto here, still up 2-0, maybe 3. 6 full, not able to get that one. Halio wide off the post, but Sight will secure. It's 3-0, and Hanoi on a fast track to a series lead. They still got some time to kill on the clock. But plenty of time. Who Couch? Because I mean, I imagine you're talking about TY. I just know his registration was Discord name TY or Ty, in-game name Platonic or whatever. Like he had both on his registration. Just a difference between platforms. So I just know what that is. This one forward. Yak trying for the double, not able to get there. Now Halio makes it 4. True Couch. Yak just not quite able to make the read. Halio follows it up, slams it through, and again, it continues to grow the gap. Yak played off the left wall. Sight already in the air. Tries to tap it across. Now Platonic off the right wall. Halio another one forward. This one not on target. Nate will catch. He'll 50 it forward. But as the clock hits 0, it doesn't matter. And Hanoi take game 1. So the Hydras will have a 1-0 lead here, as there are your stats. And that one It was close for a while, but pretty much as soon as that first goal went in, it was immediately Hydra's domination. And so, they'll be 1-0 up. Gotta save, replay, get the map changed, and then we will move on. Game number 2 on DFH Stadium. Hanoi one closer to a win, but Kyoto need to channel what they had in the beginning of that game. Had a bit of pressure, had some good chances, did slip away by the end, but really need to find that form, not let Hanoi break through and get some goals on the board of their own. As now we load in game number 2. Fresh scoreboard, but Hanoi all the momentum. Sixful trying to cut it forward, wins the 50. Nate doesn't have boost, and Sixful gets it started early. It's already 1-0, only 10 seconds in. Just gets the catch, gets the 50, and gets a goal. And the Hanoi Hydras are not holding back here. 5-0 in goals so far. The Scythe is in the air. He'll get the touch off the back wall. That catch maybe takes it away from 6. He'll try to stay with it. Now a passing in front. No one really there, but the defense slow to it as well. Big 50 there by Platonic. Now Yak off the corner. This one centering out. Halio not able to reach that. Scythe off the right wall. Played forward again. Scythe out of boost, not able to get back to it. Yak trying to get a touch, does just beat Halio, but Sixful, they're uncontested. Now off the corner, no double. Scythe moving in, plays it wide. Halio trying to move forward, but Yak the beat at least pushes them back into the corner. But can Kyoto get some offense as this one's pushed out for a moment? Gets to the midfield. Sixful just pushes it forward. Back in though. Scythe does have to pick it up. Now dropping down. It's Nate, another 50. Halio rolls right into Yak. He'll shoot, but Sixful is back and makes a save. Maybe the best chance for Kyoto, but not converted to a goal. Good defending. Now a demo downfield, but again, Halio just cuts in. Doesn't give them a look at it. Halio able to stall this one. Scythe already in the air. Platonic, a good fake down low. But still goes to their back wall. Sixful now beats 2. Nate left alone. Doesn't have it. Scythe walks it in. 2-0. Hanoi double their lead. Just force the defenders to make the mistakes and then take advantage. The summary for the Hydras, and it's worked great so far. Another multi-goal lead here. Sixful trying to work it out. Nate already up though, wins it towards the back wall. Kyoto still chasing their first goal. Chasing any chance in this first game. Platonic trying to get it forward. Yak looking for a pass, loses the 50. This one might be on target. Scythe makes sure, but it's off the crossbar. Sixful jumps in, reset, no shot. Scythe crossbar, Halio number 3, and it is 3-0. Exactly that, Couch. I mean, it took 3 players. The first 2 hit the crossbar, but the third hits it dead center. And that does add to the lead. Nate now maybe a look, but Halio gets there to shut it down. Yeah, the name changes matter because, one, when Jay groups the stats, he needs to know who the stats are for. Then you also need to be able to know who it is, so you know that it's really the right roster, as Scythe does make it 4. So hold on, back to the game for a minute. It just gets awkward again for Kyoto back. Sixful puts a shot on. Yak does get the save, but not a clear, and Scythe drops it right back in. 4-0 at halftime. But yeah, whoever does the stats, obviously Jay, has to be able to know who's who to add the stats to. And then casters need to know who they're watching and who to call out. But we know who Halio is. His second of the game. It's 5-0. We can move on to that, but this game is not getting any closer. Halio, what a read, what a shot. Nate can only watch. That is 9-0 on the series. Kyoto just been outclassed so far. Yak trying to drop this one down. It'll get pinched forward. Off the side again. Now 6-full trying to track it down. Staying behind it. Platonic 50 back. Nate just blocked away. Yak able to get a dunk back up in the air. Sight trying to go no boost. Still gets the touch. Halio backing up. Gets the redirect forward. Platonic sends it to the corner. Now Platonic still behind it. Can't get that touch. 6-full. Backboard. Dropping down. Halio gets beat. Now Sight following it again. Platonic off the back wall. This one out. Yak can't reach it. Nate has to get his corner. Now he'll take it, but no control. Halio will just pass it to 6-full, and Hanoi push up again. Already 2 beat on that one, although Yak not going to allow it to be 3. Halio now off the sidewall, sets up Sight, cut out early. Nate, 1v1, backboard, double. There's a goal. Kyoto on the board. Winning this one, gonna be a long shot, but at the very least, they will not get perfect swept. They will not get shut out for the second game in a row. It is 5-1. Getting a little bit of hope, a little bit of mental recovery into this one. Still a long way to go. It's that one. Rings the crossbar, but does not cross the plane. Sight trying to reach it. Backflips. That could set up something, but no one able to go, and Halio gets it out for free. Down from the ceiling again. 6-full. Backboard. Double. Just across, and no one there to shoot it. They're down again. This one off the left side again. Sight trying to get the touch. Nate now trying to take it away. Yak jumping in. Sight dunked straight back down. Now Sight off the left wall. Beats Platonic 2v1. And Sight does it himself. There's the hat trick. And it's 6-1 for Hanoi. They do concede, but they get the momentum back. They get the goal back. And it's a 5-goal lead again. 30 seconds to play. And now 6-full, another double, and there's your Brazil. Just gets the double down, and it goes in the top left corner. You know, at least they're having fun, it looks like. Now Halio in the air again. Yak blocks it off the back wall. Platonic not able to get that touch. 6-full now off the left wall. It does drop, and Hanoi will take their match point. Now up 2-0 in the series, outscoring 11-1 in that time. And yeah, I mean, you could see the shot difference. Not even close. I mean, it's what, 9 extra shots for Hanoi. And I mean, we'll see, but I definitely can't predict the comeback here. Not looking great for Kyoto, but of course, week 1, so they can look forward. And yeah, we'll see as we do now load in game number 3. Here on Urban Central. Took me a minute to load, but we do have everyone in, and we are good to go. Hanoi on match point, 1 away from a Series 1. And early on, not looking good for Kyoto. Took 6 seconds, and already Halio has a goal. A little bit of a steal maybe, but it got pinched forward, it got finished, and it is 1-0. And now it's 2. So, not the start you wanted. Gets 50 to the crossbar. Platonic can't clear it very far. 6 full rolls it in. Little bit of a bump to make sure. And it is 2-0. Hydras only 20 seconds in. I mean, we knew Kyoto were the underdogs. We were hoping to see some surprise, shocking, great result. But Hanoi have done what they do. Or what I guess they were expected to do. And they've run away with it so far. I do think roster-wise has to be one of the better rosters in Prism, although everyone is, as 6 full does add another. And it's now 3-0. On me. I clicked something. I did something and it was not good. But we're good. Don't worry about it. It's 3-0 here. We've only now hit the 4-minute mark. So 4 minutes to go in this one. A lot of time. But I have a feeling it might only get worse. No, don't worry about it. We good. This one now popped up in the air site trying to follow. Looks for the bump. Doesn't get any. But it's a 50 to the crossbar by 6 full. Now, no one there again. It's rolling in. And 6 full. A hat trick. A minute 20 in. It's 4-0 for Hanoi. I mean, I feel like from now on, I'm going to start skipping replays, I think. Because, yeah, unless if it's a really cool goal, I'll watch it. But if it's more of a tap-in, I don't know if we need to watch every replay anymore because it is 15-1. No. Nowhere, Tiger. Kyoto got 1 goal last game on a double tap from Nate. But it is 15-1 in the goal differential. So, yeah, definitely not great for Kyoto. This one getting dropped down. Nate trying to follow it, trying to drop for the musty. Just going to stay under it, though. Now a 50 up in the air. No one able to jump. Should be a good chance, but they're just not ready for it. Halios turns it around. He centers, and Nate forced to make a clear. Now Nate, though, another shot. Bar, down, out, and Yak finally does secure it. 4-1. Again, not great odds, but a little bit better. We'll watch it because it's a Kyoto goal. And it is a 3-goal game. Again. Oh. More than you'd want it to be, but less than it was before. So, progress is now this one up in the air again. 6 full, trying to get the dunk, not going to get the touch. Out towards the side, now getting centered again. Scythe waiting under it, pop up in the air, trying to follow it. Touch towards net, 2 in the air. They're just faking, and Scythe makes it 5-1. You know what, I lied. We are going to watch this one just because of the chaos. Scythe pops it up in the air, beats 1. 6 full there to fake. Yak, not enough boost. And it is 5-1. Hanoi continue to run up the score, continue to make it more and more one-sided. Nate gets over the top of that one. Yak does get the touch forward. He'll look for another read, look for the pass back to Nate, but not fast enough. Now they're all overcommitted. 6 full trying to cut, trying to win the 1v1. It's wide. Goes off the post. Now Scythe drop down, 6 under. But Platonic gets a save out. This one out off the corner again. Platonic trying to drop it down. 6 full, gonna catch, pop up in the air. Looking for the touch. It's a big pinch forward. Now dropping down. Nate off the back wall. Halio still trying to stay with it. Scythe gonna bring it down out towards the side, but now gets bumped off it. 6 full in the air to the backboard. Nate sends it away. Halio up off the side wall, now dropping down. Scythe down into the corner, around the outside. 50 back down. Halio crossbar. Scythe the put away touch. Saved away by Platonic. 90 seconds to go. Kyoto trying to hold on to it, being at least this far away. But hold on. Scythe inches from goal 6, but it does get saved out. But Halio does put it in anyway. We'll skip the replay if the players choose. Halio gets it back from the left side, and it is 6-1. Hanoi 21-2 in goals. Actually, it would be 17, right? Yeah, 17. 17-2. 17-2. Outscoring by 15 in the series. Has not been close. And of course, we'll see next week, but Hanoi look scary here. This one's dropping down, Scythe trying to play it forward. Yak out towards the side. Now Yak staying behind it. Brings it up, gets the reset, wave dash down, not able to get it. Now Yak dropping in again. Bump comes through, Scythe trying to stay with it. Now Nate back again. Scythe trying to follow it, gets to the back wall. Up out to the side. Now Platonic off the corner again, falling back down. Halio trying to center it. Nate gets the pop up in the air again. Now played forward, Scythe. Back pass to Halio. Maybe a bit of a bump involved there as well. At this point, just a little bit of garbage time. Trying to see if they can add on, maybe get a second Brazil. And maybe they will. Scythe does force it through. Makes it 18-2 on the series. A second Brazil in the series. And Hanoi just having fun en route to their first sweep win. Now Yak trying to get the touch, dropping down. Halio looking for it, gets a pass, and Scythe gets another goal, and that makes it 19-2. Just adding one more for fun, really. Nate says they didn't get Braziled, and I suppose it's true. That last goal breaks the Brazil, makes it 8-1 instead. And yeah, I mean, that's a win. I think that is safe to say. That right there is a win. What a performance by Hanoi. We'll see if we'll have an interview. But we'll ask and we'll see. But yeah, I mean, great performance. Looked great. Obviously, Kyoto. This is the one you move on from. This is just... This is one, you see the result. You ran into a good team. You need to find a way to bounce back and just do better, really. Just accept you faced a good team. Try to look forward to the future. But anyway, we will be back in just a second with an interview. And we are now back with the winning Hanoi Hydras. How's it feel to get not only a win, but a win like this in week 1?
It feels pretty good. We were preparing before this. We felt pretty good coming into the first week. We know their team's also pretty decent, but we were just well prepared.
Absolutely. And how's it feel for you? Obviously, have been in a couple leagues in the past, but now first games in the 8-bit league.
Feels pretty, like, I don't know, awkward, but like, you know, officially when you're back, you're just back, you know.
Fair
So
enough.
I feel pretty good about it coming into the season.
Yeah, and I mean, got a win here. Next week you play up against Lincoln, a team who also got a win. So any confidence going into that one, or just trying to see how it goes?
We'll be prepared for it.
Fair enough. Obviously, gets easier as you go. Now you have tape to try to watch.
Yeah.
If you had to think, you guys think you're the best in the league? Just a simple question.
There's some pretty good teams out there. I think we're easily top 5 or top 3, depending on where anybody puts us. But we're top. We're up there a bit. It's pretty close.
Fair enough. And that's about all I have to ask. So, congratulations on the win and good luck next week.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, I mean, summarize it. A lot of good teams. Prism League looks good, and we have one game left. I don't know how to predict how good teams are. Obviously, a couple more weeks, couple more games. We'll see how everyone shakes out more, but it's so hard to tell. But, I mean, obviously, Hydras are going to be number one after this week, barring something from OKC next game. And standings aren't everything, but this is a great performance from them. So I think Lincoln next week will be a great test, and it'll be fun. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kyoto are going to end up going up against OKC, and that's a tough one. Obviously, haven't seen OKC play yet, but just roster-wise, feels like a really strong team. But hey, light for Kyoto, you can look at it and you can say, okay, we're running into good teams, but then you're getting these two out of your schedule early, and you try to bounce back from it. Or obviously, you try to get a good result, get that upset against OKC, and then you're right back into it, and you're in a great spot. So either way, we'll see, but that will do it for the first game of the night. Now don't go anywhere because going live in about 10 minutes, game live in 20, we are going to have OKC taking on Steinhatchee for the last game of week 1. But that does do it for now. Your final score here, Hanoi 3, Kyoto 0, and we'll see you back in just a little bit.